Why hello everybody, and welcome to my prelude video for my upcoming Let's Play of The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting that because I have kind of not really been saying much about what would replace Fallout 3 after that particular clusterfuck. And Morrowind is something that I have literally never done on the channel before, but I have played it before. It's just I haven't really played a whole lot in the quest side of things. Although I have put a good 80 or 90 hours into the game, so it's one that I have some experience with, even if I'm not very good with it. But I've wanted to sit down and try a proper role-played Let's Play for Morrowind for a good long time, and I think I finally have a modded load order that will work for that. Because I had played it enough that I knew there were some mods I was going to want. And you'll find a list of them in the description of my part 1, but the big things to keep in mind is I'm not going to be using Tamriel Rebuilt, and I'm not going to be using Morrowind Graphics Overhaul. I'm using the MGE, Morrowind Graphics Extender, but I decided not to go with the MGO because, quite honestly, I'd already decided that I wanted to use Morrowind Rebirth, and getting Morrowind Graphics Overhaul compatible with Rebirth and Tamriel Rebuilt is honestly kind of a headache. I have done it before, and I have a tutorial that I found a while back that would let me do that, but it would just be too much of a nightmare to honestly get it working. It tends to be rather annoying for those of you who haven't done that. It does tend to be a bit on the irritating side. But the purpose of this video is to introduce you to my character, because I really kind of wanted to get that out of the way, since you might be wondering what kind of character I'm going to be doing, and I just sort of wanted to cover that before the Let's Play started proper, so I didn't have to take up valuable time. So, my character himself, because I am playing a guy, he is a Dunmer, and he goes by the name of Mervis Thirano, and he's going to be a bard. Although, I should be very clear, when I say he's going to be a bard, it's not a bard in the same sense that the majority of characters in the Elder Scrolls universe would refer to as a bard. Mervis is what they would probably identify as an agent, a spy, or a thief of information. When I say he's a bard, he is a bard in the sense that Liliana in Dragon Age is a bard. That sort of bard. And as you might know, you start off the game in prison, and the thing that actually got Mervis arrested was he was caught doing a job for a client. The lucky thing for him, though, is that the client he was doing that job for was actually the Emperor, which gave him a bit more leeway than what most spies would get when it comes to prison time, and he and the Emperor had a bit of an arrangement, so he was promptly hired for another job, sight unseen, and was shipped off to Morrowind to help out with this whole Nerevarine business. So he knows a good deal more about what he's there for than you might expect, even though he doesn't express it through dialogue. And as for what the job he was hired for by the Emperor, at the start, the thing that got him arrested, the Emperor had heard very recently there were some suspicious individuals in Cyrodiil who were affiliated with Dagoth and passing him information, and, well, passing someone like Dagoth or information, let's just say that that's not the sort of thing most people would look kindly upon. So, the Emperor asked us to break in to this individual's estate and find proof, because the person in question was actually a noble on the Elder Council. So even the Emperor couldn't act without proof against a representative of the council. So Mervis was sent to get that proof. And he did get it, and get it back to the Emperor at the designated drop point and everything. But we were a little bit sloppy on the exit, and one of our target's guards both survived and was able to identify Mervis and brought it to the Emperor, demanding that we be punished. And he didn't really have much choice but to agree. However, this is where things get interesting, as the Emperor decided he would punish, in inverted commas, Mervis by sending him off to Morrowind to address the Dagoth issue directly, since he'd been getting some indications that good old Dagoth was a bit more active than we would really be comfortable with. And so, for whatever reason, the nobles of the Elder Council decided that they would, in fact, be alright with sending this convicted criminal off to the east to help out the Blades with that matter. And so we were bundled onto a prison transport and sent over to Morrowind. And that, dear viewers, is where our story begins.